Time to get into my review of the finale of Welcome to Plathville. First of all, I am so excited that this is the finale.
It's first Sunday, y'all.
It needs to be the series finale because we do not need to see this satanic family anymore. They ain't got nothing else to talk about. And to finish the season, what do? Pick on Big Booty Zach and Old Lady Lydia. The only thing they know how to do. This was a complete waste of a season, a waste of an episode. It just needs to be done. Y'all are sitting here talking about the same thing. We pick back up with them grilling Zach, and Ethan is reading his Michael Plath script. Again, explaining this dumb series of events.
Today, my mom wanted to put together a surprise anniversary party for Lydia and Zach and talk about Joshua, celebrate him as well. And before we do that, clear the air on some things between us and Lydia and Zach.
When the real event is just to grill Old Lady Lydia and Big Booty Zach. And already he's starting off lying, talking about, well, you know, I don't want to be mad at you.
I don't want to be mad at you or hold anything against you.
Yes, you do. Everything about that man and his big booty annoys you from the first second you saw it.
That bastard really does pop in blue.
But now you're telling him that, oh, well, you know, if you got any opinions, you need to keep that to yourself.
If you see us doing things that you think are wrong, if it's about what card games you play or what shows the girls watch or whatever, unless we come to you and ask, I would appreciate it if you kept those opinions to yourself.
First of all, you could have told him that long before. If you were a real man, you could have told him that to his face.
Got something to say to me? You say it to my face and not behind my back.
Who the hell you talking to? Who the hell you talking to? Who you talking to? I don't like you.
And had a real conversation with him, as opposed to running and telling your mama and also having a gang up to where you need everybody sitting around the fire pit so you can stutter out your threats. And Kim has the same excuse, talking about, well, we're a big family and we got different opinions
and we're a large number of adults, but we're family. So we need to give each other the latitude to live a little bit different life or to have different viewpoints and accept each other and love each other where we're at.
I am so tired of her using that as an excuse now that she is a full-on drunk and has given her life over to Satan. I don't even have to pull the clips. Everyone already knows how you treated Olivia and Ethan when they first got married and everything else. If I was to even think about siding with you and seeing your point of view, the first thing that needs to come out of your mouth is accountability and I'm sorry. You need to apologize to Olivia and you need to apologize to Ethan, although, you know, he don't care because he's over on Satan's side now. But you need to apologize because you are constantly contradicting yourself. And I don't care how many times you want to say, well, me and Barry, we changed our view. It's just you.
Barry and I've changed. We've let up on a lot of things, but ultimately they're my kids. They're Barry's kids. We're the ones that need to decide things on raising them.
And that's because you got caught drinking and driving.
Welcome to Plathville's Kim Plath, charged with DUI.
And now you're just a full-on alcoholic and that's all you want to talk about. And Ethan and Isaac, they're over there in the confessional. Ethan's trying to remember his Michael Plath lines. Still talking about how Zach sat us down. Well, they didn't use sat us down this time. They used it enough, but talking about how he pulled everyone aside and mostly the girls.
Zach is pulling us aside, meaning my family members, specifically the girls, and telling them what he thinks they're doing wrong.
If you over here defending the girls, the grown girl Mariah in her bad wig is in the kitchen hiding. So let her come out and speak for herself. And so Zach once again explains himself, and I'm dead because he's talking about, you know, these 18 plus gang.
But there's just like consistent things that I feel like everyone knew that we wouldn't participate in, like some 18 plus games.
And Isaac is like, well, you know, it's optional to play. You didn't have to play.
I mean, it was nothing really that bad. I mean, some of the games were, you know, some of the dirtier games, but you know, that's optional for you to play. You don't have to play.
Why are we still talking about this? Like, oh my God, this is like the 4th episode when this could have been done if y'all confronted him in Montana. It wasn't filmed, so y'all love talking about these off-camera conversations. It just goes to show that y'all knew y'all didn't have anything going on this season and y'all just love to hate on him. So that's why y'all decided to bring it up on camera. And so Zach is like, well, you know, we were mostly just concerned about Amber. I get it being a minor, but now he's talking about, she's a new believer wanting to get baptized. That's where you lost me a little bit.
Amber's stepping into being a new believer, choosing to get baptized. So I just feel like it's important that she doesn't engage in this stuff.
For that to be the reason. But the thing is, old lady Lydia and Zach, everyone knows their lifestyle, and they even said that. But the thing is, old lady Lydia, she did the same thing, and I feel like she would continue to do the same thing, calling them out, feeling uncomfortable, pulling them to the side. But the thing is, they're now saying something because they don't want to say something to old lady Lydia. They don't want to be rude to her. So now that big booty Zach is just like her, that's where they're like, oh, well, we can get our frustration out on his big booty. And Lydia just got to catch the strays. Like, girl, if you want us to be on your side, you know what to do. Leave him and we will embrace you with open arms. And Zach even further confirms this, saying that, I don't know why we still talking about this. We already talked about it in Montana. I apologize for it. So what is the purpose of all of this?
I remember talking that through in Montana and figuring that out and apologizing for overstepping. But we got through that and we came to resolution and comfort with each other again. Like, they literally,
that's not what I heard coming from them.
And then we got Mariah in her bad wig giving her monologue in the confessional while she's still in the kitchen pretending to be a baker.
Zach and I already worked through it, but I just told him, like, work on building relationships with everybody.
Girl, if you didn't want to come out and have this conversation, then don't be trying to give no monologues in your confessional. You're a grown woman. You the main victim here where they're saying, oh, he disrespected your house. He sat you down. You let them use your car. So you are the big victim here and you are a grown woman. So go out there and tell him. Other than that, I don't need to hear from you. And I also just hate this show because, well, for several reasons, but mostly because everybody wants to have a elaborate, understanding and compassionate monologue in their confessional, but in the scene don't want to say anything. The only person that says the same thing in the confessional and in the scene is Big Booty Zach. And Isaac, with his shaky voice over here talking about, well, Kaylin and Amber, they said they were afraid and they felt trapped.
When I left Montana, Kaylin and Amber told me they were very uncomfortable in the car drive the whole way. They felt like they were trapped because they were in the car and they couldn't do anything. So I don't know. Well, then, so it's hard to put that together with what you said, but
then you should have said something to him then. If this man made your girlfriend feel so uncomfortable and so trapped, why didn't you say anything to him? You over here talking about, well, yeah, I was on the phone. That's why they called me, just because they felt unsafe.
I mean, they wanted to just call me and have me on the phone because they didn't want to. That's just what I'm hearing from them.
You should have said, put me on speakerphone and cussed them out and told them, when you get out the car, I'm going to give you the Michael Plath special.
So I got a couple stitches last night.
You were so big and bad to Michael Plath. That's why I don't believe that. As well as Kaylin is a grown woman. She should be able to speak up for herself. She doesn't have any reason getting you together, so why couldn't she say anything to Big Booty Zach? It's not like y'all respect him. The only person that did say something to him was Amber, the minor there, the youngest person there. But everybody else, they just whisper amongst themselves and waiting for the cameras to be up and waiting for all of y'all to get together and reach out Michael Plath's script to gang up on him. And y'all didn't even do it like a baddie. Y'all had to sneak him by pretending this is a whole nother thing and then ambushing them when they don't even expect it on their anniversary. And so Ethan is over here still trying to remember his lines, talking about, well, this isn't to pick on you because you are part of the family.
I'm not trying to get on you, but I'm just saying it has frustrated me, and I want to try to build a relationship with you, and you're a part of the family now. I can't build a relationship with you or hang out or talk when that's inside. Again, like talking to each other, expressing stuff.
You're lying. And how do I know you're lying? Because you are Satan's #1 child. As well as you sitting here stuttering, can't even get it out your mouth. And you don't want to build a relationship with him. That's clear. And so Zach is like, y'all know the lifestyle that me and old lady Lydia have.
You guys knowing Lydia and I and our lifestyle, we wouldn't participate in a lot of those things normally. And so it's like, for us to even hang out with you, we have to do all these things that we really don't want to do.
We don't want to sit here and do all this. And then Ethan is over here. He's really thinking he is eating Zach up, talking about, well, is that on the host or the guest?
Well, is that on the host or the guest?
Sir, just like Isaac thought he was eating. Dummy, if it is on the host, guess what? The host, the grown woman who lives there, is about 25 feet away in the kitchen. She can come out and speak and open her mouth, but she ran to y'all, and y'all are speaking on her behalf. So that's that's who we talking to. And then, of course, Satan, the only example that she can give is drinking, talking about if we have alcohol in here, that doesn't mean y'all have to drink it.
Well, like if you guys don't drink alcohol, and I've got alcohol here, you don't have to drink it.
I understand that.
Okay.
Why is that all you think about? Even a couple of days before when y'all were scheming, the main thing you were harping on was he said they couldn't drink. He never told me I couldn't drink.
I know he was telling Mariah she shouldn't be drinking. Well, I drink around him all the time. He's never told me I shouldn't drink. I would love for him to.
Yeah, he was like,
girl, a judge told you can't drink and you should not be drinking because you drink too much and get behind the wheel.
Welcome to Plathville's Kim Plath, charged with DUI.
So Zach is over here explaining himself, and I understand you got your guards up because, you know, they coming at you. However, what I don't like is how he's being kind of rude and snappy and cutting people off. Number one, being the producer.
They're making decisions that maybe aren't so good for their lives.
Like what? Card game or?
Well, let me get my point, please. So when they maybe aren't
talking about, let me get to my point, sir. You've been eating them up out there and taking it, but remember, target that anger at the right people. So again, Isaac is like, well, you know, we had other card games and we did other stuff.
We played
I don't know if
countless other games that night, and there were other things we were doing.
Okay, then why are we still talking about this? Y'all are the only ones that are harping on this card game. Yes, that game was the thing that made them uncomfortable and they called y'all out on it, but y'all already discussed that and he apologized for it. Y'all are the only ones that are still bringing up this card game. The thing that gets me is Barry and Kim. Barry is talking about, well,
if she's going to make mistakes, then let her make them, and then we can talk about it. Hey, if someone asks, then give your opinion. If someone's not asking for your opinion, maybe in this gray area, just you don't need to say anything.
I would rather her make those mistakes and then we can talk, but it's a gray area. And if it's such a gray area and y'all don't want his opinion and y'all don't want to step in and intervene, how about we get CPS on the line? How about we see what their opinion on all of this is? That's an easy fix. And Kim is, again, giving her monologue. She has so much understanding and compassion in her confessionals, but she can't say it to their face. All of this could have been resolved if she would have came with that type of compassion of saying, I understand your concern, but that is my child, but she only want to say that in the confessional.
I do appreciate that they care about Amber and they care about the things she's exposed to and how she's raised.
I'm just so tired of this same issue, this same thing. Y'all has nothing going on for I don't know how many episodes, and now that y'all have one little thing on Big Booty Zach, y'all are dragging this out until the finale. We talked about it. Zach already apologized. Even Lydia says he apologized, he ain't do no more. So why are we sitting here talking?
Zach apologized and he hasn't done anything like that since then, and if people don't want our opinions, we won't give our opinions. And
Lydia brings up to Ethan the whole conversation that Zach had about Tegan was because he heard those rumors and he wanted to come to Ethan directly, which we've already debunked that lie from Satan a couple episodes ago. But I know Kim and Ethan were just like, yes, oh, Lady Lydia, she brought up the Tegan stuff.
And Ethan, I don't know if you were aware of like just the situation. Like Zach was hearing so many things about Tegan from everyone that he just wanted to hear it from you.
But Ethan is over here still trying to remember his lines, saying the same thing, talking about, well, if I want your opinion, I'll ask for it, but if not, then, you know, don't give me your opinion.
I appreciate you looking out for me, but, you know, I wasn't looking for your opinion.
I wasn't giving it. I was really just trying to understand.
Is that all you can say, grown man? Unless I ask for your opinion, don't get... Really? That's the best you can come up with. And you keep saying the same thing. You ain't got no other new reads. Now he's trying to drag this whole Tegan thing and talking in his confessional, still trying to remember his lines, saying the conversation that he had with Zach.
Zach pulled me aside afterwards and he was like, you know, I know you feel like you need to go to Wisconsin, but there's some things that I see with Tegan that I think you should be concerned about. And there's a couple things, but one of them was that she has a child, and Tegan's little daughter is the best thing that has ever happened to Tegan. That's her whole world. Even if it was coming from a good place, it was completely disrespectful to Tegan.
Which confirms, I knew when he was saying all that stuff to Tegan about what Zach allegedly had said, I knew it was a lie. Because how you're saying it now, it's easy to tell that A, Zach has respect enough to have that conversation about her child off camera, but also B, he was just talking to you saying she has a child. Like, that's a lot to consider. Not only moving to Wisconsin, but being a father figure, which any person in their right mind would know you do not need to be around any person, but especially a child. And so I'm sure from that conversation, that's where you took it and spun it to where it's like,
There goes our storyline.
he said your child is baggage. That's not what he said. And even if he said baggage, she's probably saying that in a way of there's a lot that she brings to the table and a lot of bigger responsibilities that you can't handle. But you wanted to twist his words. So that just debunked all of that when I'm sure you thought that was going to have everybody like, oh, how dare you say that? No. The only people that believe you are the dummies around you. And so now they got Big Booty Zach in tears, not knowing what to do. Well, he knows what to do, and he's questioning what to do, talking about, well, should I just wrestle?
Am I supposed to just wrestle them and just have I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Yes. That's fully what you should do. And so he brings up again that at the end of the day, y'all talking about we family, y'all don't even come out to visit. Barry does, and the girls do, but y'all don't.
We've gone about doing some of this in the way we have is because we're always doing stuff with you guys and doing what you guys want. And Barry and the girls are great at coming to Tallahassee and stopping by, but it feels like we're pulling an arm and a leg to get you guys to just come over.
And everybody want to make excuses. Isaac talking about, well, you know, I don't have that much time.
Nobody's intentionally trying to avoid them. If anything, it's just we get really busy. I have a hard time finding myself, you know, with a bunch of extra free time.
But you got time to gossip, though. You definitely make time for that. And then Kim, the mother over here, which we know she ain't no mom, is talking about, well, I've come every time I was invited.
I think I've come every time I've been invited.
Did you not hear what he said? Make the initiative to come. He already dragged you, I don't know how many times in every episode that you only come when you want something. And their plan worked. Lydia is in tears and she is saying last year on this day was the worst day and now having to relive it. And they purposely did that.
A year ago today was one of the hardest days of my life, so I'm just kind of in a cloud right now.
And that's a shame. They did that purposely on that day to get back at y'all. And then Kim, the mom in the situation, is once again in her confessional talking about, well, we've invited them here and going over there to give Zach a cheesecake for his birthday.
I mean, we've had them out here to the farm. Lydia and I met for coffee. I've been to their place. I went and got a cheesecake for Zach for his birthday because I know that he likes cheesecake.
Girl, and if they wanted to do what you like to do, which is drink and go for a joyride around the block, you'd be more than happy to go see them and drive back.
Welcome to Plathville's Kim Plath, charged with DUI.
And so Ethan once again is repeating the same lines, talking about, well, again.
Well, basically, my boundary for myself moving forward, unless I come to you and say, what are your thoughts on me moving to Wisconsin, or what are your thoughts on me playing this game? I would appreciate it if you kept your opinions to yourself and don't tell me it's right or wrong or whatever. Don't tell the girls it's right or wrong. And if you feel convicted of something, then, you know, don't participate. If you think that you could respect that, I would appreciate it.
Unless I ask for your opinion, don't give. You had all this time to prepare, to plan, to read your Micah Plath script, yet this is all you can do, repeat the same thing. And you're repeating the same thing, but still stuttering. You said it like 4 times, it should flow out of your mouth. And so the producer has had like, well, what do you think you need to do? And he's like, I guess shut up.
What do you take from that?
That I need to shut up.
Duly noted.
Sir, you are better than me because I would not take that from Satan. We gonna have to square up. Even if I lose the fight, he gonna feel this backhand across his face a couple of times. And so Satan Kim is over here talking about, well, what are some things that y'all are interested in?
We just don't know how to include ourselves.
What are some things you'd like to do with us?
Going to church. Also, you should know your own daughter and what she's interested in. Why does she have to tell you? And Lydia even said that in another episode about, I feel like my mom don't even know me. She knows you, but she's Satan.
No,
And so that's why she don't like what y'all like to do. And so after nothing was done, nothing was accomplished, except attacking Zach and Lydia over the same thing, no resolution, Kim is like, well,
I feel like this has been really productive. I feel like it's been good. Everybody kind of got a chance to, voice what was bothering them.
No, girl, you had everybody read their Micah Plath script. So I guess that's all y'all had, talking about, well, I guess we can move forward.
We can
Move forward.
Move forward. Yeah.
Please move forward off our screens, because we don't want to see y'all anymore. We really don't. And even still, Big Booty Zach is like, I'm still confused because there was no resolution.
It really leaves us confused because it goes right back to us being the outsiders looking in. It felt like we were being talked to.
And now Ethan is over here smiling. The only time he smiled, mostly too, because he thinks he has Tegan by his side, but she's just only here to fulfill her contract because it's the finale. And so Zach talks to Barry, the only parent, and even Barry is like, I didn't even know they were going to say all this.
How people felt about it, so.
I had no idea. I was coming in cold on that one.
Yeah.
Even how they're talking lets me know that they know, and I'm sure they talked about off camera too, that it was all a scheme set up by Ethan and Kim. And Ethan is over here still smiling, talking about, well, I do feel bad for Lydia.
Feel bad for Lydia,
Yeah,
but
I do too.
it was better to at least say it than just keep it to ourselves.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You just trying to make any conversation with Tegan. You only know how to connect with people over a shared common enemy. And you're like, oh, well, if he said all this stuff to you, we're all mad at Zach, so you can join the gang up and then we'll be together. But no. And what's even crazier is he's in his confessional, got the nerve to say, I think I've grown.
I would like to think that I've grown. I hope that I have. Definitely being more empathetic.
Come on, Juicy. Come on, y'all.
I wouldn't say empathetic. I would say more pathetic.
And understanding how I make someone else feel.
And so now they are getting ready for the whole Joshua conversation, and Zach is trying to talk to Kim, and pretty much just like everyone thought, him and Tegan and Ken should not be a part of that conversation. And so he's telling Kim, I'm glad that you are talking about this and y'all can have this conversation. Lydia's excited and I'm excited, and she's saying in her confessional, I wouldn't say excited is the word for this.
Thanks for having us too. I think it's great to hear that you're wanting to talk about Joshua more. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I know Lydia's excited for it, so I'm excited for it too.
Yeah.
Just to see the whole family talking about it and coming together to do it too. It's really cool.
Yeah. Zach likes to have really deep conversations, but I don't know that excited is the word I would pick.
Girl, they're excited to hold you accountable and to heal as well as acknowledge him. Talk about him. You just want to put a bad light on them so bad. Even Lydia is like, I'm done trying to repair relationships.
I've given up trying to fix things and make every relationship work and every relationship perfect. And with my mom and Zach, whether they choose to spend time together and grow or not, time.
And Zach, if he's going to do one thing, it's going to read Kim. Because he's like, look, I don't even know how she operates, or I don't understand her.
I don't understand Kim and how she just operates.
You don't understand her because she's Satan and you are God's child. You wouldn't know how she operates unless you operate in darkness or you have a couple of drinks and then operate a vehicle.
Welcome to Plathville's Kim Plath, charged with DUI.
So we finally get to this big conversation about Joshua. And Kim is like, I'm ready to have this conversation with them if they want to do a play-by-play.
I'm here and I'm ready for whatever the children want to talk about. If they want a play-by-play, if they want to talk about grieving or not grieving, if Lydia wants to take it into what she experienced that day and what we all experienced that day, kind of mourning that all over again, I'm willing to do that.
And do they talk about it? No. All she does is her same little open mic of, well, I'm going to open the floor, like, anybody got anything to say?
I just kind of wanted to have time for everybody to talk and share, like, how you're doing with it, like if you're healing or not healing, or
knowing that the two dummies who reads her script, Isaac and Ethan, they know not to say anything because they already said in the other episode, like, we don't have to talk about it. Like, why is she bringing this up? Like, blah. And it's only old lady Lydia that wants to talk about it. And so this whole conversation is just pretty much like a, here girl, here you go. You want to talk about it? Like, go ahead. And so Lydia does speak up and say, I just want to acknowledge him more because y'all always say we have 9 kids and 3 boys when it's really 10.
I just want to acknowledge him more. Like,
Yeah.
we always say there's 9 children, 3 brothers, like, but there's 10 and there's 4 brothers.
And then Mariah in her bad wig want to step in and pretty much kind of shut that down, talking about, well, it's good to talk about grief, but if you talk about it too much, you'll get stuck in it. And
it's a good thing to talk about the grieving process and stuff, but you can get stuck there too if you focus on it too much. But I've been working to remember him, not the tragedy. And I don't want him to just be remembered from...
Girl, no one is even talking about that or trying to do that. You witnessed a traumatic event and doing what you normally do, which is shove it under the rug, got you where you are now, delusional and crazy and have all types of issues. So you trying to shut this down? But then old lady Lydia is in her confession talking about, well, this is all I needed.
This is all I needed. Like the fact that we are gathering for the purpose of Joshua.
What? And again, it's y'all's conversation to have and honestly should be a private conversation. I would have respected it even if y'all would have blacked out the screen and said, production stop filming so they can have a conversation. I would have respected that because we honestly don't need to be in that conversation. But this is the conversation you have. And then she got little duckies to give to the little girls that represent him.
He loved duckies, but he didn't call them duckies. He called them guckies.
Was any healing, was any grief or anything done? No. Isaac has his little bench. They're walking to place it, and Kim want to give a monologue like they some big happy family.
It's hard to talk about the hard stuff, but I want us to all love each other and get along. We might not like each other, we might irritate each other, but ultimately we're in this for the long haul.
And it's just pointless. Then they do their little surprise party for Zach and Lydia, and it's just dumb. It's just dumb. The only thing that I want to know is what Ethan was saying when they were singing Happy Anniversary, because there is no way that for old lady Lydia and big booty Zach, you over here smiling this hard singing Happy Anniversary. I'm sure you had some slit stuff to say.
Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, dear Zach and Lydia. Happy anniversary to you.
But good thing Big Booty Zach and Old Lady Lydia, they are not fooled by this. The only thing I also did not like is him cutting Lydia off when trying to explain himself. Like, sir, hold on now.
I just hope next time, if conflict does arise, that I'm not misunderstood, I guess.
How are you going to ensure that you're not misunderstood?
At this point, I can't think about if...
Let me answer, please. Yeah, I mean, if we're continued...
And that's the thing. Big Booty Zach is not innocent by far. But the thing is, Lydia has never had anyone that she can truly confide in, especially given all of the chaos and all of the trauma that she has been through. The only way she could release her stress and release her problems was in her little prayer closet. So now that she has someone like Zach, and they're the same person and they think the same way, she can confide in him, and literally all of Zach's concerns are what Lydia says, and it's him defending his wife. And he oversteps just because he doesn't read the room and realize that they don't want to hear that. He's still talking about, I don't know what to do. What you should have done was binge watch all of the seasons to get to know more about old lady Lydia, but also see how Satan works. And you would know that it's pointless and you are wasting breath trying to reason with Satan. So that's the finale. It needs to be done. I know old lady Lydia and Big Booty Zach to move to Colorado. Hopefully they can get their healing and get away from Satan, because we know they ain't gonna change. So there should be no reason for there to be a season 9. There's nothing they could be talking about that I would want to see. Absolutely nothing.